Hey people, what's going on? Welcome to another video. In this video, we take a look at the latest economic situations happening around the world. Right now, Amsterdam has overtaken London as one of Europe's top share trading centres. Now, over the last several years, if you live in the UK, you've probably been hearing about Brexit and seeing it on the news channels on a daily and weekly basis. Lots of companies have been talking about it, and back in 2016, the UK had a referendum vote. Now, in this referendum vote, people either chose to stay in Europe or leave, and the vast majority of people in the UK chose to leave. Now, this actually has been impacting the British economy right now in a multitude of different ways. As of a couple of months ago, at the end of December, the grace period ended and the UK officially had taken part in the Brexit. You see, London is known as one of the financial hubs and financial centres in the world. It's one of the best places where you can do business and develop finance, raise capital, purchase companies, sell companies, and also stock markets and shares. So, London being the epicenter of the UK economy prior to Brexit. But as Brexit hit, things have changed dramatically at a rapid pace. You can see here in this article the English capital pushed from perch with average daily trading halving from 17.5 billion to 8.6 billion euros just last month. Now, the Netherlands seems to be a popular destination for new companies. Recently, some of the actual government departments started to receive a lot of inquiries about setting up businesses in Holland. Now, you can see Holland is fast becoming one of the actual key marketplaces in Europe. Now, some may call it scaremongering, but actually, Brussels has forecasted that Brexit could cost 4 times more for the UK than the EU. Now, in this article, it talks about the departure to cost the EU 0.5% of GDP, in contrast to the UK of 2.25% by the end of 2022. Now, this is according to the first official estimate since deals were agreed. The Brexit fiasco has also caused problems for Britain's fishing industries. Many of the leaders in the fishing industries have been complaining about the red tape, the extra documentation that's required, and the actual problems and delays with trading fish. And this is causing hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of loss on a daily basis. Post-Brexit, Britain has also actually developed independent trading contracts and partnerships with countries around the world. A recent partnership was developed with India, including steel giants Tata, creating 1,500 new jobs for British technology sector. Actually, when Brexit did hit, I was quite worried. Why? Because some of the work that I was involved with included international consultancy work, where I was traveling to different countries around Europe. Now, you see, that was quite important for me in my work. And when I heard about the announcement of Brexit, I was worried, I was apprehensive, and I wasn't sure whether I could continue some of this work. And as it stood, actually, these announcements that came later on did mean that a lot of the contracts, my strategy that I had actually pre-planned, could now not go ahead. And this kind of started surfacing last year around springtime in March when the lockdown became prevalent in different parts of Europe, particularly here in the UK. Now, instead of burying my head in the sand, I decided that I had to change and kind of like develop my strategy so actually that I could pivot and start to do something different so that my businesses could survive. So this is exactly what I did. I sat down, I started to plan out and think about what I was doing. I started to plan out my time, I started to plan out my strategy. I came up with different ideas and different ways that I could actually pivot and change my course and plan of action. So I started to hire some new resource and get some new interns in. This proved to be very beneficial for the work that I was doing and the actual development of my business. The planning and prep stage was very important. I used tools like SWOT analysis and other forms of analysis to better understand the market. With all the various struggles and environmental context and everything that's happening right now in the world of business and the marketplaces, there's so much going on that, a lot of people are down, but there's also opportunity. I mean, the famous ancient Chinese general Lao Tzu once said, in the midst of chaos, there's also opportunity. So this opportunity is up to you to find this opportunity. Find out what's going on within your kind of environment, your workspace, your niche, your industry. Find out what's happening, where it's happening. Link up, start to explore your network, talk to people, find out where the opportunities are, start to kind of speak to people and get this information, and then start to actually get in there and start to use these opportunities so that you can help develop, get more clients, increase revenue, get your name out there, whether using PR, marketing, branding, lead generation. You do have a chance, even though the situation might be bleak at certain times, you might be feeling down with all the, constant negative media hype and, media articles out there. There are opportunities out there. You just need to be in the right place at the right time to kind of explore and find these opportunities. So keep on pushing and keep on searching. So right now, I can think of 5 different opportunities where you can generate revenue, whether you're an individual, freelancer, consultant, or whether you're actually running a company providing a service. Right, number 1, gig work. What is gig work? Gig work is something similar like freelancing. You can get out there, find companies, individuals, organizations that can give you temporary work. It might be project work. It could be time duration or time limited work. So, for example, someone could ask you to write a research report or a market competitor report between 2 different companies. It might be actually a short report that might be worth 5 days of work. Once you've completed this 5 days worth of work, this is what we call gig work, simple, small, incremental projects. Once you get one, you start to build up a portfolio, you get your testimonials so that you can actually build credibility, pitch your service in different places, for example, social media groups, different platforms. Okay? Another different medium is number 2, a VA. So a virtual assistant or a personal assistant. Right now, there's a lot of individuals, entrepreneurs, business owners who are really busy. Now, small tasks or tasks such as admin work, a lot of people don't enjoy doing it and they don't like doing it, and quite often they don't actually have the time to do it. So, those type of people are often outsourcing those type of opportunities. So as a VA, a virtual assistant, you can provide very simple types of support, such as customer service, email support. It could be even answering calls for a company and so on. There's different elements related to a particular VA. And this obviously is going to depend on the needs of the company themselves. You can go on Facebook groups, you can go on LinkedIn, you can actually offer your service as a VA. Once you start working with someone, you can then deliver high quality and high service and make sure that you're doing an excellent job and providing relevant support and good communication channels so the entrepreneur or the company that you're working with is actually impressed with the work that you do. So hopefully that will give you a more elongated contract or help you with referrals to get other kind of contracts. Number 3 is creating a digital course or an online course. So you could actually be skilled in a vast variety of fields. You could then start to build up your knowledge base and the actual knowledge that you picked up, and you can transfer it into the form of an actual course, a digital course, which you can sell to people online. Number 4 is coaching. Now you might be particularly skilled, so you could have developed via training, or you might have developed some sort of experiences and skills through your actual work over the last decade or few years or however long it might have been, and you can start coaching people. Obviously, with coaching, depending on what you do, you might require certification or actual licenses and so on. But there's different types of coaches out there. You've got relationship coaches, marriage coaches, you've got business coaches, you've got mindset coaches, you've got a vast variety of different coaching. So as a coach, you can actually charge people by the hour, or you can actually create coaching packages, maybe 4 or 5 figures or even more. And you can use and sell these coaching packages to different people where you're actually providing a solution to some sort of problem or issue that somebody might have. And this will actually help you in terms of building a business and building a coaching brand. And number 5, actually, an idea of generating revenue is through tutoring. Now, you might have particular skills again. For example, you may be skilled at English and you may even have a qualification like a petals or a kettles qualification, which is a certification allowing you to teach English. You could teach English online to people abroad and actually help them develop their English language skills, or you could teach pupils or students and actually charge them per hour. You can actually use different platforms like Zoom, for example, and have meetings online or Skype. Obviously, with the COVID and pandemic period that we're living in, actual face-to-face tutoring might be quite difficult. So using online platforms is quite a good idea to help you generate revenue. So navigating this post-Brexit period and business environment is going to be challenging, but I hope the 5 different ideas and opportunities that I talked about just now were beneficial for you, and even some of you may decide to pursue them. So if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comment section what you think is going to happen post-Brexit in this economy.